I picked a host called Alta Vista because it's free. I have a couple videos on Alta Vista, and I actually have this step-by-step process as well. So this goes through every single step, and I kind of circled the exact things that you need to click on and do as you go through this. So the only caveat with this site is I think it adds Alta Vista to the end of your web name. Okay, so you see this, right? This is the page, right? When you go to the Unit 8, Module 8, you'll find these steps. And this goes through the steps of how to get your actual website and how to upload using an FTP tool. So I'm just going to go through this and kind of show you what it is. So Alta Vista is the name. It's Italian, so the beginning of the URL starts with an EN, so it's EN for English. If you go straight to Alta Vista, it will actually take you to the Italian page. Anyway, so it's an Italian site, but just make sure you have the EN in front of that altavista.org. So this is the process now. When you go here, there's two options. So make sure you pick hosting. If you pick create a blog, that's kind of giving you this preset template that I was talking about earlier that you don't want. You know, it's actually creating a WordPress site. So make sure you click on hosting. And you click on hosting, and you just go to the Start Now button. And actually, I'm going to get rid of this use cookies. That's fine. I'm going to click yes to that. So now you get to this page here, and start the hosting plan is where you want to go. So you just kind of go on, and this is the information that you fill out. It has my email here, and I've done this so many times, I have to find a new email every time. The first thing you do, though, is figure out what is the name of your website, and you see how it adds that .altavista.org.
Right.
But you know, here I'll pick up, you know, it'll tell you if this is available. Cool hot rods. I don't know why I'm picking cool hot rods. Like, I'm not even into cars. So this is my website, coolhotrods.altavista.org. And then just fill in the rest of the information. That's fine. They can know who I am. I'm not a robot. I agree. I'm not going to click on all this other stuff. I don't recommend that you, unless you want to get a bunch of emails from them. And then I have a new email I'm going to plug in here. So instead of using this email, oh, okay, I have to, if for some reason it is putting predefined info, I had to click on edit so I can change this. So when you do this for the first time, all of these fields should be blank. It was connecting to my Facebook page. Okay, so not a robot, and I want to use this. I'm using like a work email from my other job. So when you do this for the first time, obviously nobody's ever used this before, but you can have multiple emails for multiple URLs if you want to do that. Okay, agree. And I don't agree, I don't agree. I do not want to subscribe. I do not want to see your communications. Okay. And so it sends me an email. So it's going to my email here. Oh, it looks like it's going to take, oh, okay. It's going to take a while for me to get the actual link. So you're just going to have to wait to get the link. Right. So once you get that link, so what's going to happen is you're going to get an email back. It looks like it's saying it's going to take 48 hours. Usually it's much faster than that. But when you get the email back, it's going to let you create a username, and then it's going to give you a random password, and that's the password you use to get in. It also gives you the FTP information as well. This is the information you'll use when you upload your site. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log in. So this is a site I created a while back called Pajama Cats. There's my password, and I'm in now. So after you sign up, get that password, get your login, this is the screen you want to look for, and it's kind of the same type of screen you want to look for any service provider that you will sign up. It's going to be different for every single service provider, but you just want to go to a dashboard, look for a dashboard, and that's where you're going to have your FTP information set. So wherever you see file management, FTP in a dashboard, that's going to give you all the information that you need to sign up via an FTP tool. And there's a lot of different FTP tools out there that you can use. But basically, you just need your host name. The port number is usually set to 21. That's just like a standard thing. And then what connection type is it? And this can affect how you upload as well. But having passive mode turned on is usually the standard. And the only other thing here that is missing is your password, but that's given to you in the very beginning. So those are all the things that you'll need for that upload process. And just to go back through these steps, that's where I clicked on the hosting plan, pick the name, the email you get back. You click on a link, and there might be this additional screen where you want to go to file management, and then you go to the FTP button, and then you get this information here. So it's basically the same information I just showed you. So once you get this FTP information, you're ready to actually begin that upload process. So you're going to have to determine what type of FTP tool you want to use to upload your website. So FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. One of the more common FTP tools is Filezilla. So a lot of you have probably heard of that. But for purposes of the class, since everybody is using the Creative Cloud, we can go ahead. Well, it depends if you're using the Creative Cloud. If you're using the Creative Cloud, you can use Dreamweaver. If you're not using the Creative Cloud, you can go to Filezilla and download Filezilla, and it's free. Or you can do a search for FTP uploader, and you'll find a bunch of free ones. They're usually free. So the one in Dreamweaver is pretty easy to use, and this is the process to use it. So I'm going to actually go to File. Let's say we're starting from scratch, so you go to File, New. This window pops up, and here you want to pick from the categories, let's see, site template right here, and let's see, actually we can just pick HTML and hit create. And then you can go to site up here and pick new site. So it used to be site as an option to get into it right away, but we can just pick new site when you go to this site window here. Now when this window pops up, you're going to create a name for your site. So let's say Hot Rods. I don't know why I'm picking this name. And then the location of the directory where your files are going to be found. So you can create a folder here by just typing in a name for this. The folder is going to be called Hot Rods as well. And then you can hit save. So it created that structure. You can go back into sites and then go into manage sites. Pick that site that you created, Hot Rods, and then click on the pencil here because you're going to edit that. And now you can go into servers, hit plus, and this is going to create a new server. And when you hit that plus sign, this is where you fill in your information that you're getting from the FTP side of AltaVista. If you're in like another FTP tool, let's say Filezilla, you're just going to have to look for servers and where you can create a new server. So there's always a server section where you can add your information for the server that you're going to upload to. So here is on one side, I have my information for the server that I need to upload, and then this information here on the right side for AltaVista is going to be filled in and put in over here. Now you can see it already says port 21, so that's already set. So now I'm going to cut and paste my host name, which is basically your host name is the name of your website with FTP in front of it. So that goes into the host address. The port's already set. Username goes under user. My password was part of my email, my welcome email that I got. So I'm going to cut and paste that. Throw that here. And then you can see if you click on more options, passive is already set. And once all of this is set, you can hit test, and the little bar is going to come up, and it'll tell you if it worked that you connected successfully. And you hit OK, and then you save it. So once I do that, this server now is associated with my site. I'm going to hit save, and hit OK, and hit done. So now I'm ready to start to upload, but you have to hit bring up this site window to do this. So go back, let's see, go into, remember where this is at. So the site window is under files here. So you go to Windows, Files, and this is the window where you can start to drag your files that are on your computer over to the server itself. Now when you open up this window for the first time, you're only seeing the file set up for the project that you're doing, which was hot rods in my circumstance. So to see two windows split where you're seeing the server at AltaVista, you click on this little icon right here. And hold on one second. It's this icon here, and now I see both servers. So I have my local files, that's that hot rods folder, and where it says click here, this is where I can see my remote files. So you can click here, or there's this icon, it looks like two plugs being plugged in together. And now these are the files that are already on the server at AltaVista. So there's already files there, as you can see. This is because I've done this a couple times. So if I go to the URL that was set up for this project, which is pajamacatsaltavista.org, I don't remember what was there, but let's just go to it. Oh, okay, so this was this was the website that I set up here. It was kind of like a little demo that I created. But let's say you want to upload your gallery project, let's say, or something else. The way you would do that is in this folder that you create here called Hot Rods, in my circumstance, I'm going to go to that folder on my desktop. And sorry, I got so many things going on here. Oops. So that folder was created in my documents folder, and it's here. So now I can put my HTML in this folder along with everything associated with the project I'm working on. So it's empty right now, but what you would do is just drag over your files and make sure it's here, or put a copy of your files in here. So I already have some files set for this, and let's see. So I have this bootstrap gallery that I've been playing with. So I'm going to drag that over. So this index.html is for this gallery that I've been playing with. But you would probably also have a folder for your images. And because this gallery is a multi-page gallery, in addition to your home page, you should have the 3 gallery pages. So I'm going to create that as well. Your pages would go in there. So all the media associated with this would go into the images, pages go into pages as well. And so my files are here. Now if I go back into Dreamweaver, it's already set. So this is that index.html and all the associated files. And basically all you do is you grab all of your files here and you drag them over. But there's also these 2 buttons. One's called Get and Put. If you grab your files here and hit the Put button, it will take everything and put it to the other side. And you just wait for it to say complete. Now, I had an index HTML there already, so this one should have overwrote that. Let me just show you what that file is. So that file was this file here. This is the HTML. So it was basically this kind of like gallery template I created. So now when I go to Pajama Cats, you see here Pajama Cats, it shows the file that I dragged over. So that is the process. Like I said, if you don't want to use Dreamweaver, you can actually use Filezilla. So I don't know how many of you have heard of Filezilla. There's another one called Fetch. I think Fetch is another one. There's another FTP tool called Fetch. I think it has a little dog icon. I think Mac users are more familiar with Fetch. So there's all these different upload tools. I can show you Filezilla as well, but it works pretty much the same way. So I use Filezilla in addition to this. So here's Filezilla, and it kind of works the same way as the FTP tool in Dreamweaver. When you set up your server, there's this site manager tool, just like you have in Dreamweaver, very similar, and then all of your information goes here with your login, user password, port number. You would fill that in. The host is the FTP information from Alta Vista, and then you hit OK and it gets set up. For this, I already have something set up here. So once it gets set up, you just go to connect or reconnect. And here I'm connecting to another server that I already have set up. But it works the same way. It's showing you your local files on one side, and you drag local files over to the other side, and that's how you upload to the Alta Vista site. So that's it in a nutshell. That's the process. Any questions? It's a lot of information, but it's really not that complicated once you get your email back from Alta Vista with the FTP information. So what do you guys think? to give me some feedback on this process. There's three of you.
It doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have this video to go through the steps again.
Yeah, this will be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Alta Vista the same thing as Dreamweaver?
No.
Or-
So Alta Vista is your host. So there's all these hosting companies, GoDaddy, you know, is another more popular one. I mean, they're all over the place. You have hosting companies. So it's your host. It's the server where your file, your HTML files are being hosted on, so the world can visit your website. Dreamweaver is just a tool. It's almost similar to Brackets, but it has an FTP tool built into it. So there's an FTP tool in Dreamweaver. There's this tool, Filezilla. There's Fetch. That is the tool to transfer your files from your local and your local site, your home computer where the files are at, to the host, which is Alta Vista. So FTP is letting you transfer those files over. So the two, FTP is a tool for transferring the files. Dreamweaver is the tool for transferring the files. Alta Vista is the host, the server where the files are going to stay for the whole world to visit your website.
So when you go to Alta Vista, everybody can see it? Or-
Yeah, so this website, you know, when I signed up for Alta Vista, let me, you know, I get this email, you know, telling me how to upload my files, and let me go back to that. Gotta find the right window. I got too many windows here. But yeah, Alta Vista is going to have all the information for the site, which includes
So we can send a link to someone else and they can go into Alta Vista, into that link and see our website?
yeah, when you sign up for Alta Vista for the very first time, you pick a name for your website. So it's going to be the name for your gallery, because I want everybody to upload their galleries. So when we look at all the galleries, you're just going to say, hey, go to you know, mypicassowebsite.com, and you just type it in your, you know, URL, just like you type in any name for any website, for Google, for, you know, Nike, for whatever. So this website, I decided my name would be Pajama Cats. So when you go to Pajama Cats, you know, you type in Pajama Cats .altavista.org. You go to that site, and there it is. So you could be at home and you type in pajamacats.altavista.org, and now you can see the web page that I created. So you're publicly sharing your web page with the whole world, right?